What's going on, everybody? It's TheNidien, and I know I've been a few days late on some videos, but I've been trying to bust through this Dark Souls game and get a beat before Battlefield 3 comes out, Skyrim, Modern Warfare 3. But what I'm going to do is start bringing some traversing series to you guys, and I'm going to do different, probably one of each of the levels. Today I'm going to bring you the depths. The depths was pretty nasty down towards the end, and it can be a little bit tricky, so I just wanted to bring you guys a little bit of traversing series to show you guys what's going on, maybe help you out a little bit, some tips. But first and foremost, after you beat the Capper Demon, you're going to want to come up this tunnel I am right now, and unlock the shortcut back to the Firelink Shrine. First, you're going to encounter this lady, though, which is a pretty critical vendor in certain areas, and you're going to need some of the stuff that she sells. As you can see, she has the moss clumps, which you can farm in the forest as well, and they're much cheaper. You don't have to buy them for 500 or 1,000 a piece. And then she has a bunch of other different things, which you can apply fire to your right hand, which helps out really good. The transient curse, which you're going to need later when you're going on the way to the abyss for one of the lords. You can put poison on your right hand, and a bunch of other stuff. But the main key one she has for you down in the depths is the Purging Stone. The Purging Stone gets rid of the curse if you happen to get one shot by these stupid little frog things down there. And what the curse does is give you half health. You got to go hit up a healer or use one of these Purging Stones. So the Purging Stones are a big deal. But after you unlock the shortcut, you're going to come back down in right here in the beginning and fight a couple butchers. Now the butcher here has a little thing hidden behind here. I didn't drop down in there, but if you do drop down in there, you can get the spider shield, which is pretty critical for Blighttown because it's the only thing that can block the blow dart gun guys that hit you with toxin, and it's nasty. And then you got to use a bunch of your purple moss clumps with the white flowers on it, and that can get expensive if you didn't get a bunch of them. So you're going to want to do that, and as you can see, also you get the large ember, which upgrades your weapons to divine weapons, which you're also going to need later on for, like, say, the catacombs if you haven't went and got the astral sword yet, to keep the skeletons from respawning. Next, just a little ways down, you're going to run into this guy. Now, this guy's a pyromancer, so once you save him, he goes back to Firelink Shrine, and then you can go back. He's got a bunch of spells on him. He gives you the pyromancy glove if you didn't start out with a pyromancy glove, and all this and that. And I suggest you go get it, buy some of the spells, upgrade the pyromancy glove to whatever you can afford at the time. But every once in a while, I suggest keep going back, because it's not one of those stat buffers like I've said in a few of my videos. You can just upgrade the pyromancy glove, stick to that, and it does some decent damage. Next, you're going to come down to this little hallway here. It's going to have some skeletons in it, but the big main thing is the slimes on the ceiling. Now, if you try to run through here, and I didn't have the rusted iron ring at this point, so I'm real slow and everything else, but if you try to run through here, these slimes will drop down on your head and suck a big chunk of life out of you, so you got to be real careful. I shot them off the ceiling. Obviously, they move super slow. They attack super slow, and their attacks are weak if you block. It's not a big deal. But the big deal out of these things is you can farm green tantanite, or whatever you want to call it, off these guys to upgrade your divine weapons from. And the great thing about it, just a little ways down the hallway, if you have the master key, I'm not exactly sure what key it unlocks it, but I use the master key. There's a bonfire right ahead, and you can get in there, rinse and repeat, and go on that way. And if you haven't, you probably at this point don't have the serpentine ring, which boosts your item discovery by like 200. But if you do, you're going to want to pop it on and rinse and repeat, because that gives you that big of a, much more of a chance to get that green tannerite or tantanite. Man, I don't even know what it's called, even though I've seen it 100 times from these guys, and then go upgrade your divine weapons, which you'll later need in the catacombs, so on and so forth. Even farther down, this is where you start running these little basilisk things. These things are nasty. They look like little frogs, but you see that smoke that they spit? It'll one-shot you, and then it will curse you. Like, you turn into a thing of stone, and next thing you know, you're dead, and then when you come back to life, it has half health, which I do right here. I didn't see. This was a little tricky. I get these two guys here, and there's a guy in the tunnel behind me. Boom, right into the cursed. I die, turn to stone, get blown up, get sent back to Firelink Shrine like a newbie, and I realize that my health is half low, so I have to go through, get some purging stones, all that other stuff just in case it happens. So you gotta want to be real careful, move real slow down in there, and not take any chances against those guys. Use range whenever possible and everything else. And as you can see, we're just going through a loading screen right now, but I wanted to bring it back up to you and show you that you come back on and exactly what they say, how your HP's half. You can lift the curse with a purging stone or the aid of the healer in Nulundo, which may or may not be there, so you got to be real careful. Now, there's also, when you get down far enough, there's a shortcut, and I'm showing you the way to get down to the shortcut if you've already unlocked it. But it'll bring you back in. I couldn't find any footage. I don't know if I was recording at the time when I did unlock it. It's one of those things I couldn't find it. So I'm showing you the reverse route and where you're going to come out so you can get it down in there, unlock it. Make sure you go up and unlock it also, because this makes you skip a huge chunk of the depths, and it just relieves a big weight off your shoulders. It's a real pain down here, especially with the basilisks. But obviously you're going to come into more of these slimes, a few rats, a bunch of other things, but that's a shortcut, and you're going to want to make sure you open it up, because if you ever want to come down here and farm again, it helps you out big time as well. It just releases the thing. And down the ways, you're going to see a little vendor that it gets you to that has some crystal weapons and everything else. As you can see, I'm going in here after a good hunting match. I'll go in and see what he's got here. Now, I didn't kill this guy. After my first little mishap of killing one of the vendors, I decided to not kill anymore. I'll just leave him alone, even if I don't do anything. And it's probably a good thing. You can learn a jester from him if you are into the big hole jester things. But this guy has the gold resin and this bottomless box. The bottomless box is the main thing you're going to want to buy from this guy. The bottomless box you can take back to, say, your bonfire or what have you, and then you can use it as like an inventory storage. So if your inventory is getting super, super cluttered, you can throw everything into the bottomless box that you want to keep, leave it there, and then go get it back out as you need it at the bonfires. That way, if you're switching through weapons, or if you get in a situation where you need to swap all your stuff out real quick, you can keep your inventory clean and everything else. And as you can see, he's got crystal greatswords. I didn't have enough souls at the time. I was on my way down to beat the big old bad gaping dragon and be done with him. But as you can see, he's got crystal weapons that you can buy, so you don't have to go through the whole upgrade process there. He's also got some armor, as you can see, that's not very good. It's more medium-ish armor if you're looking to upgrade. This is the guy to get it from, and that's about it. This vendor's pretty critical, in my opinion, simply due to the bottomless box. Not to mention if you want to pick up some crystal weapons and play around with that. And you see me, I'm just going to go smash. I smash everything. You never know when one of them bad boys are going to pop out and go like that. And I have no idea where that door goes, by the way. I'm not sure if I still have the keys. Oh, that's actually the door to get down in the Blight Town the correct way. But I had the master key, so we did it easily. But that's what I got for you guys today. I hope that helps you out. Some things to look for, some things that are in the depths. And then it leads into the Gaping Dragon. Now, all my boss fights are going up over on vidthru.com. So I'll put a link or a little maybe quotation you can click on to go check out the boss fight if you haven't seen it yet. But that's what I got for you guys. The depths can get nasty. It's real dark down there. Just take it slow like as usual here in Dark Souls, and success will be yours. So that's what I got for you guys today. Keep your heads up. More videos will come over on this page. Have a great day. Peace.